He's always just had this love of airplanes. I mean, since he was 8, 9 years old, I think he knew that that's what he wanted to do. I remember finding a book down in our basement one time about how to be successful in the airline industry that I think he got when he was 12.
Frankly, without Joe's passion for growing aviation in Nova Scotia, we wouldn't have near the fleet and flights that we have coming to and from Halifax today.
Hard work, dedication, commitment, a belief in the power of the team. Those are all values that I think Joe would live by.
Well, Joe's been in the aviation business for a long time, and he's come up through the ranks through several different organizations. You know, he worked with the initial organizations with EPA, and then moved on with Air Nova, Air Alliance, and put together lots of different airline consortiums. So I think there's got to be a passion there for aviation and for growing the aviation business.
What he's accomplished, I think, is incredible, and you know, the fact that he knew what he wanted to do from a very young age and went for it, you know, I really admire that about him. And I know he's very well respected as a business leader, and I've heard it from, you know, again, small town friends, parents would have worked there, or so on and so forth, or even friends work there now, and I think all of them would tell you that, you know, he's a respectful leader.
The leaders of many organizations, when it comes to communicating, even designing product and service experience, they, for the most part, they speak to themselves. Not intentionally, but rather than from the outside. I think they always often look through the wrong end of the telescope. Joe Randell, I've never known him in all these years to ever look through the wrong end of the telescope. But also, he had such an intuition about how to operate an organization that was human and that had a great care for the humanity of its people.
I think that Joe is a person who is thoughtful, wise, values and respects the opinions of other people. He is somebody who has a great deal of belief in teamwork, and obviously wonderful business acumen that transitions over into the community sector, which is where my connection with Joe rests. So I see somebody who is a very nice person, and somebody who I really enjoyed working with.
He's such an accepting and encouraging person, and he's just always there to help, and he's always he's not there to yell and to command and all of this stuff. I think Dad really works as a team member, even though, you know, he's got a little more responsibility or whatever. I think that he works with his staff. That's what I gather when I talk to them. They really have nothing but amazing things to say about him, and that makes me so proud of him because he really is so good to everybody. He's a good person.
Whether it was, you know, check-in agents or, you know, everybody, pilots, flight attendants, everybody, he knew them by name, and they seemed to know him and seemed to all have some type of relationship with him, and I used to find that, you know, very impressive, because I think it's very important for a leader to recognize and know everybody who actually makes it happen.
We need business leaders to play a role and have social responsibility as well. I think we espouse those values in our country, and certainly we do here in our province and in our city. He has been obviously very successful in what he has accomplished with the regionalization of the airline. And I think we're very proud here in Nova Scotia to see JANS have its headquarters here and operations headed out of Nova Scotia. So I think that's a very important aspect.
Joe has been adamant about ensuring that Nova Scotia gets more than its fair share of aviation business, and he's been doing that for years and years. When you're in a big business like aviation and you've got a company that's really a billion-dollar company, and you can transfer all that to the real world in terms of jobs and economic prosperity in our region, that's what it's all about. And what Joe's been able to do is be very impactful in our community. He's done it quietly, but it's been a big thing that he's done.
To see it all come and become what it is today from, you know, basically his MBA and an idea he had when he was, you know, younger than I am now, and then, you know, turning that idea into what that business is today is a pretty amazing story.
He never lets the ball drop, ever. Whether it's with a customer or staff or with the community or his family, with anybody that he knows. And God knows the world needs better people, and people like Joe Randell. We all do.